the SOJ, considering that I have a team
you
of
are the
PG
one
there.
Wala si SOJ doon. Ikaw ang nagkarga sa kanya sa aeroplano. Kaya tinatanong kita, who gave you the order?
Still, sir, I take my orders from the Chief of the Philippine National Police.
So, Chief PNP, you gave the order to have former President Duterte board the plane?
The order of to the CID is really to assist the PCTC when it comes to arrest po.
So, sino nagbigay ng order kay General Torre na ipasakay sa aeroplano?
It's always the guidance that ang ano po namin is really to assist ang PCTC po.
Kaya nga, PCTC. Were you the one who ordered the boarding of President Duterte sa aeroplano? Categorically, did you or did you not give the order to General Marbil?
No.
No. So, General Marbil, are you lying?
Sir, I'm not lying, but I just want to have the executive privilege po regarding this matter, this operational matter.
Nandito na tayo eh. Executive privilege ka dyan.
Bakit naging executive privilege?
Kanina sinabi mo, PCTC ang nagbigay ng order. Ngayon, executive privilege ka.
Kung sino-sino na tinuro mo.
That's why we didn't want to attend the last hearing because this is what we were expecting, ma'am. We didn't want to be bullied into a position.
No, we're not bullying you, sir.
Bullying.
I think that
we're not bullying you, sir.
you're trying to make people admit something that they will not admit. And executive privilege is a valid excuse not to answer any question.
President Duterte is already at The Hague. We're asking kung sino nagpadala doon sa kanya.
Sino nag-order? We're trying to understand every step of...
So you're the one giving the orders?
If I have to be the one, then if I am the one
sir.
that is referred to, I will admit it. That I gave the clearances to number one, serve the warrant of arrest as I saw it, as I deemed fit, and number two, to fly him to The Hague to be surrendered under Section 17 of Republic Act 9851. And that is, I caused this through my brother.
Yes,
who is the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government.
Okay. Let's now delve deeper into the circumstances surrounding the arrest. I give up bites falsehood upon falsehood. General Torre, when were you assigned as the head of the CIDG? Dahil naalala ko, inaresto po ninyo si Pastor Kibuloy, August 24, tapos na-promote kayo. Pero by the way, congratulations, na-promote pala kayo. Wala pang isang buwan, na-promote kayo ulit. At napunta kayo sa CIDG 2024, di po ba? Isang buwan after the Kibuloy arrest. Tama po ba?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were assigned to the CIDG specifically. What would you say are the main mandates of the CIDG? Anong mission nito?
We are the lead investigating unit of the PNP on matters delving on major crimes and those involving economic sabotage and other sensational cases that may be assigned by the Chief of the Philippine National Police.
So to reiterate, it's monitoring, investigation, and prosecution of all crimes related to economic sabotage and other crimes of such magnitude to the extent that they're commissioned by highly placed or professional criminal syndicates are involved. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, ma'am.
That is your mission.
That's the general mission, ma'am.
Yes. And part of the CID mission as well is to investigate major violations of the revised penal code, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the CIDG is largely the elite investigation arm of the PNP, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, tama?
Yes, ma'am.
Kung ganon, yung pag-aaresto ng high-profile persons katulad ni PRRD, kasama sa core function ninyo, investigasyon pa rin ba yun?
Implementation of warrants is part of the CIDG's mandate, ma'am.
Yes, but it's the after effect. It's not the core function. Bakit kayo naging lead? Kitang-kita naman, nung March 11, not only was the CIDG involved in the arrest, kayo pa rin yung lead sa operation.
Yes,
We can clearly see na kayo ang pinakamataas. You were the highest ranking member of the PNP in many of the videos.
I was directed by the Chief of the Philippine National Police, ma'am.
Yes, perhaps our Chief PNP can explain bakit yung CIDG ang naging lead, samantalang investigasyon ang dapat mission nila.
Ma'am, I just want to, yun sa background po natin, yun sa PNP po, ang Interpol, PCTC have ang dalawa lang po ipinapadala niya, no? Pagka dun sa PNP po, ang main task po namin, pagka PCTC, CIDG, ang sa NBI naman, NBI Interpol. So usually, pagka may request po ang PCTC, ang pinaka-diretso po namin is CIDG, not any other unit when it comes to arrest po.
Pero you had the choice, ano?
Madam Chair.
Hindi naman lagi CIDG nag-aaresto nitong mga high-profile personalities. Wala naman akong nakikitang CIDG sa TV pag nakikita yung iba't ibang krimen. Hindi naman lagi sila eh.
Ma'am, when it comes to the request of the PCTC, ang tasking po is always sa CIDG po. Yun po yung ano natin sa
Ang
PCTC.
binanggit ni Executive Director ay yung NBI. Wala siyang binanggit na CIDG.
Ma'am, when it comes to the PNP, ang PNP po, ang automatic po namin, it's from me, I always task the CIDG po when it comes to Interpol matters po.
So it's in fact your choice. General Torre is a trusted and competent general, and that's the reason you chose him.
No, ma'am, that's for me, it's always the CIDG when it comes to yung mga national po ng, ano po, ng huli po.
Yes, Senator Bato, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. General Marbel, kung si General Torre ang pinapa-operate mo doon, ibig bang sabihin na lahat ng actions niya, lahat ng ginawa niya ay sanction mo?
Opo, it's under po ng Philippine National Police po yan.
So lahat ng ginawa niya, sagot mo?
Yes, sir. Opo.
Thank you. That's the chief PNP that I would like to believe. Whatever your people does or fail to do, sagot mo. Diba?
I just want to clarify, no? Ang sinasabi po natin, all legal po. Ang sinasabi lang, we're just assisting po yung PCTC. That's reasonable po na ang request po is coming from PCTC
I'm not
po.
referring to PCTC anymore. Yung sa kabuuhan ng operation.
Dito po sa Philippine National Police, lahat po ng action ng Philippine National under po sa atin, it's all legal po. When it comes to illegal, meron naman po kami mga ginagawa po dyan.
Hindi ko na sinabi illegal. Akin lang, basta yung ginawa ng tao mo, sagot mo. Dahil ikaw si PNP, di ba? Dapat ganun. Yan man talagang kuwan natin, trabaho natin. Sagot ko kayo lahat dahil you are carrying out my orders.
Yes, sir. Tama po yan. Kasi ang mandate po ng CIDG is really to effect po yung mga warrants of arrest po.
Okay, just for the record. Just for the record, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Yes, maraming salamat. Palibhasa inassign nga ni Chief PNP si General Torre bilang lead ng pag-aaresto kay former President. Masasabi ba natin na yung aresto ni PRRD ay CIDG operation?
It's a PCTC operation, ma'am, requested to the Philippine National Police.
Pero kayo ang lead, so ikaw ang masasabi natin. Kitang-kita naman doon sa video, kayo nagmamando, sangkatutak yung pulis, pero kayo yung pinakamatasang rango. Pagkatapos, talagang CIDG operation ng labas. Tama ba yun?
Sa level, ma'am, ng implementation ng orders, pagbigay ng mission, that is led by me, supported by the other units of the Philippine National Police, as directed by the Chief of the Philippine National Police.
That's right, but I did not see any other higher-ranking generals than you. You were the only one there. You were clearly the one leading the pack and determining what would happen next.
Baka hindi lang siguro, ma'am, na nakikita ang ibang high-ranking officers doon sapagkat nakamix ang
Sinabi mo nga,
kanilang...
Nick, na you said that oh, sir, ako ang pinakamataas dito.
Yes, sir.
I'm two-star, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you stick to that.
Pero meron, sir, mga matataas na official doon,
pero
sir.
ikaw,
At
inamin
together
mo
with
lahat.
me, sir,
Sino-sino na mas mataas sa'yo at nagmamando? Wala naman kasi kaming narinig. Ikaw lang ang nandun. Wala namang masama kung ikaw ang inassign. Di syempre, gagampanan mo, di ba?
We are under the direction of the Chief PNP. He was there personally. ang pag-implement lang, sir, ma'am, ng actual arrest ay ang aking ginawa, and I operated under that direction to ensure the proper service of the warrant, the observation of the law, protection of the arrested person, and ensuring his safe delivery
Okay lang.
sa kung saan man siya pinapadala sa akin.
So
ma'am.
simple lang. Was it a CIDG operation? Yes or no lang po? Para
No, ma'am.
maliwanagan
That's
na.
a PNP operation.
CIDG bahagi naman ng PNP. Pero sa dinami-dami ng division, sa dinami-dami ng pangkat sa PNP, CIDG ang pinili ng Chief PNP na maglulunsad nito. Tama po ba?
That is an operation, composite operation. That is an operation headed by a composite team of the PNP, led by the director of the CIDG, ma'am.
So, who gave the orders to
The chief.
have President Duterte transported to The Hague? Sino nagbigay sa'yo ng order?
Sir, my order is to serve, the order that I received from the Chief of the Philippine National Police is to serve the warrant and ensure his delivery to the 250th Wing, to the team that will deliver him to The Hague. On the nuances of the higher authorities, I may not be privy to that information.
Okay. Hanggang doon lang sa 250. Sino nagpadala sa kanya sa aeroplano? Nagpasakay sa aeroplano?
The order for me, sir, is to deliver him to the team that will deliver him to The Hague. And
Sinong team na yun?
Na-establish naman natin, sir, that it is done by the Interpol.
Interpol. Sinong Interpol doon? Sinong Interpol doon?
Si Ambassador Lacanilaw?
Kanila o nag-order sa'yo na isakay sa aeroplano?
Sir, I think we have already established. Yung order ko is for me to deliver him to the 250th Wing and deliver him to the team.
Okay,
at assist
nandun na
the
siya
team.
sa 250th Wing. Ngayon, pinilit mo siyang ilabas. Nakita ko pa yung matanda, humawak sa lamisa. Ayaw siya magpadala sa'yo. Ayaw niyang sumakay sa aeroplano. Sino nag-order sa'yo na isakay siya sa aeroplano? Sino nag-order sa'yo?
Can I defer the questions, sir? The answer to the questions to the SOJ, considering that I have a team
you
of
are
the
the
PG
one
there.
there. Wala si SOJ doon. Ikaw ang nagkarga sa kanya sa aeroplano. Kaya tinatanong kita, who gave you the order?
Still, sir, I take my orders from the Chief of the Philippine National Police.
So, Chief PNP, you give the order to have former President Duterte board the plane?
Ma'am, I think that from the very beginning, the DOJ's advice was sought on every step of the way.
Yes,
And
sir.
we gave the clearance to serve the warrant
Yes, sir.
of arrest.
I am asking them because they are on the ground. Sila ang nag-implement doon. Kaya, Chief PNP, you give the order to the CIDG?
The order of to the CID is really to assist the PCTC when it comes to arrest po.
So, sino nagbigay ng order kay General Torre na ipasakay sa aeroplano?
It's always the guidance that ang ano po namin is really to assist ang PCTC po.
Kaya nga, PCTC.
PCTC
Were you the
kayo?
one who ordered the boarding of President Duterte sa aeroplano?
Yes. General Alcantara, please.
Mr. Senator, Madam Chair, I've said from time to time that my mandate is to coordinate our law enforcement agencies to comply with the requirement of the Interpol.
Correct.
And,
I believe you, sir. Coordination ka lang. Coordination ka lang. Pero sinabi ni General Marvel
that
na
is
ikaw
the-
daw nag-order sa
That
kanya.
is the limit of my power.
Yeah.
That's the
But
limit.
according to General Marvel, ikaw daw nag-order sa
and
kanila
that is-
na isakay sa aeroplano si
And that
Pangulong
is the
Duterte.
limit also of my authority. That's my mandate.
To
My
have him.
mandate is to coordinate,
Coordinate.
disseminate.
So, for the record, hindi ka nagbigay ng order kay General Marvel na isakay siya sa aeroplano? Hindi. For the record.
For the record, I am not the authority to order the arrest, to order the
So just
boarding of the plane.
categorically, did you or did you not give the order to General Marvel?
No.
No. So, General Marvel, are you lying?
Sir, I'm not lying, but I just want to have the executive privilege po regarding this matter. This
Ay,
operational matter.
nandito na tayo eh. Executive privilege ka dyan.
Bakit naging executive privilege?
Kanina,
bigla?
sinabi mo, PCTC ang nagbigay ng order. Ngayon, executive privilege ka.
Kung sino-sino na tinuro mo.
That's why we didn't want to
executive
attend the last
privilege.
hearing because this is what we were expecting, ma'am. We didn't want to be bullied into a position.
No, we're not bullying you, sir.
Nobody's bullying.
We're not
I
bullying
think
you,
that
sir. We're not bullying you, sir.
you're trying to make people admit something that they will not admit.
No,
And executive
no, we're
privilege is a
trying to
valid
derive
excuse
information.
not to answer any
Secretary
question.
President
Remulla.
Duterte is already at The Hague.
Tapos na
We're
ang
asking
boxing.
kung sino nagpadala doon sa kanya.
Sino
Yun ang
nag-order?
tanong
We're
natin.
trying to understand every step of
As
the
I said
way.
earlier, everything was cleared with the DOJ.
We are not bullying you, sir. Ha? We want the truth.
That's why if we
So,
try
sir-
to make a person admit something that should not be admitted, it means that there is something more to it, which is the clearance given by the DOJ was probably the most important part of it, to serve the warrant of arrest and to surrender the person under the law.
I'm sorry, Secretary Remulla. I recall that General Torre, nagbigay siya ng interview na sinabi niya, bigyan lang ako ng eroplano. Ako nang bahala dyan. Tama po ba? Yung nabasa ko, na sinabi niyo, ako nang bahala, basta bigyan ako ng eroplano. Nabasa po namin sa media, fake news po ba yun o hindi?
Kasi kailangan niyo po talaga siyang ilipad sa dahil.
General Torre.
Please panoorin ninyo, nandyan, arrest him, bring him to the Hague, yun lang. Pakita lang.
So paano po
General
ibinabasa
Torre.
inyo ni PNP Chief Marbil na how did he say that to you? Na no matter what, we need to fly the former president to the Hague and we need to implement the ICC arrest warrant.
Arrest him and bring him to the Hague. Yun na. Simple as that. Arrest him and bring him to the Hague. Sagot ko lang, sir, bigyan mo ko aeroplano. O di ayos.
And then the rest, you planned everything.
Matagal na yun eh. Ang plano na yan, matagal na yan. Hindi yan spur of the moment eh. Matagal na yan. And nagkataon lang na talagang yun, the opportunity arose.
So Secretary Remulla, nagpa-interview na si General Torre. We're not bullying him. He voluntarily gave this interview. And like many of our countrymen, napanood namin. Sinabi niya na siya talaga. Paano ba yun? Sino nag-utos sa kanya?
Ano nga yan, ma'am? Sabi ko nga, clear namin lahat yan. Kasi they were asking me the
Linaw po
legalities.
ninyo,
Even if I was
clear.
abroad, my advice was being sought. And I gave them the advice. That,
So kayo
number
ang
one,
nag-utos?
serve the warrant of arrest. And number two, surrender him to the Hague. That's what the law provides.
So, sir, you're the one giving the orders.
Well, in some ways, because I gave them the legal basis for all the actions that happened.
So, you're the one giving the orders.
If I have to be the one, then if I am the one
No, sir.
that is referred to, I will admit it.
Kasi
that I gave the clearances to number one, serve the warrant of arrest as I saw it, as I deemed fit, and number two, to fly him to the Hague to be surrendered under Section 17 of Republic Act 9851. And that is, I caused this through my brother,
Yes,
who
sir.
is the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government.
Sir, giving orders is different from giving clearance. Klaruhin natin ito.
Well,
Ang tinatanong ko is, sinong nag-utos? Because PNP is a uniform organization. Hindi yan gagalaw kung wala mag-uutos. Ang tinatanong namin ng committee, sino nag-uutos? Ikaw sabi mo, you're the one giving the clearance. Ngayon, ina-admit mo na parang sinasabi mo na kung gano'n man lang, ako na nagbibigay ng orders. So, nalalabuan ako doon. Kasi sabi mo, nagki-clearance, nagbibigay ka ng clearance sa kanila. Sa kanilang ginagawa.
kasi
every step of the way.
it's a crisis management time eh. Kailangan maklear lahat. Dapat malinaw mag-isip yung mga taong kasama sa
nasabihan
usapan.
mo na ahead of time. Na-clear na lahat yan.
Tinatanong nila sa akin kung ano nga. Ang sinabi ko talaga dyan, number one, you can serve the warrant. And number two, Hague. Surrender him to the Hague under the law.
So-
That is what the law provides.
So ang ibig sabihin, nalaman na ninyo na may warrant bago pa umabot yung March 11, 3 a.m. na sinasabi.
Hindi po. Nalaman
may clearance
ko,
na
una,
before
sasabihin ko
March
sa inyo,
11.
nalaman ko po na mayroong problema nung March 9, ako po nasa airport at sinasabi sa akin, mukhang may mga chismis na mayroong warrant.
So balik tayo sa
Pero
chismis.
chismis mo yun. Kung alam ko kung totoo yun, hindi na po ako lumipad. I would have stayed here. Pero I had to fly because I had a commitment
So nautusan ninyo
with
ng March
the
9?
UNODC.
So nautusan ninyo ng March 9 si PNP Chief
Hindi ho.
Marbil?
Nung dumating po yung warrant, yung diffusion order, pinadala po sa akin yan. Siyempre, ang technology naman, nasa Vienna po ako, kahit iba yung oras. Nung nakita ko po yung diffusion order, sabi ko, that's valid. You can serve it. Tsaka may warrant na kasama kasi yun eh. May warrant po kasama na pinadala sa akin eh. Sabi ko, it's a valid warrant.
Akala ko yung diffusion hindi warrant. Bakit
Hindi ba, may
bumalik na
kasama
naman
ho
tayo
warrant
sa
yun.
unang usapin?
It had an accompanying warrant which was given to me. And that warrant which was the one that was served to the former president.
Balikan muna natin ang CIDG. Kasi sinabi nga dito sa interview na pinanood natin na alam na ninyo na meron kayong papel sa pag-aaresto. Masasabi ba ninyo na well-planned itong arrest? Kasi it was planned weeks in advance. May nakita tayo dito na naabutan na ninyo, matagal ng plano yan. Pwede ba nating paliwanag itong statement po ninyo, anticipation? Kasi yan ang actually pagdating ko, may plano na. Anticipation ang warrant. Sabi ninyo pagdating nyo. So dumating kayo mga bandang September, meron na yan.
Ma'am, maraming salamat talaga sa tanong na yan. For me to clarify that statement na natitwist na sa social media. That interview is made from the context of the chief of the CIDG. Isang part lamang ng PNP, maliit lang akong parte ng PNP, na may sariling mandato. Kaya tumatakbo sa akin, ma'am, yung crisis, palaging tumatakbo dyan, bilang operations officer, bilang commander, yung 4 P's of contingency planning. Predict, prevent, prepare, perform. Palaging may plano. Dahil nagbabasa ako ng dyaryo, ito, may possibility na lalabas ang mga to. So, naghahanda ako na pag inutusan ako ng Chief PNP, hindi ako magsimula sa zero. So, it's not about anything, about sinister or anything, but it's just part of my job to plan for it. So, ano ang mga dapat pag may lumabas may mga wanted person, in-anticipate natin lalabas ang warrant.
So hindi pa dumarating yung diffusion notice noong March 11, may plano ka na.
Hindi ko po dinidinayan, ma'am. Part ng aking trabaho ang mag-prepare ng contingencies.
Tama,
para pag
hindi naman
nautusan
kita
ako, naka-ready
binibintang.
po yan, ma'am.
Meron kang interview, sinabi nga na January 2025, nagkumpuni ka na ng secret 80-page plan na ang tawag Operation Pursuit ng New York Times. Ang pagkaintindi natin, Oplan Tugis. Tama ba yun?
Wala po akong sinabing ganyan, ma'am. Kung sino man ang source niyan, I'm not very sure about it.
Lumabas sa lahat ng media, sa GMA, pati New York Times sinabi.
Pwede po nating makita, ma'am, kung
Hindi
if
ko
possible.
alam. Yan lang ang nabasa ko, katulad ng marami. Operation Pursuit, tapos translate Oplan Tugis.
Okay, may pangalan ho ba ako na naging source, ma'am, kung pwede ko makita? Kasi until this point, gusto ko rin po, ma'am, maraming salamat sa pag-clarify nito. Gusto ko sana makita, ma'am, yung
ang
pangalan ko talaga.
Ang PNP, ang nagplano na ng isang Oplan Tugis.
I'm just one of the...
Napakahaba.
Yun lang, ma'am. I'm just one of the 220... Unfortunately, I'm just one of the 220,000 policemen of the PNP right now. Kung sinong source nila, gusto ko sana nga makita, ma'am, na ang pangalan ko talaga is nandyan, na sinabi ko yan. Kasi na-attribute sa akin yan, ma'am, eh. Kaya I'm really thankful at this opportunity to clear that
Yes, Senator
part ng
Bato.
news.
Andyan,
How about that Chief PNP? Hindi kayo source niyan?
Yeah, sabi kasi si PNP Chief Marbil, inutusan si General Torre na ilalagay si Presidente Duterte under police custody as soon as the ICC issues the arrest warrant.
Wala po kaming ganyan at hindi ko po nakita yung Oplan Tugis na sinasabi nyo ngayon.
So ibig sabihin yung New York Times, lahat ng local media, sinungaling. Okay lang, I mean sabihin lang natin alin yung totoo, alin hindi, para maliwanagan kami.
Madam Chair, mas naniniwala ako sa kanila pag sinabi nila yan kaysa dyan sa mga lumalabas na balita. Kapag sinabi nila na hindi silang source, naniniwala ako.
Okay, paniwalaan natin. Tama naman, dapat paniwalaan ng kapulisan. Meron ba kayong memorandum, document, outline tungkol dito sa aresto ng March 10 or March 11? Bago pa dumating yung warrant, meron na ba kayong plano? Kasi sabi nga ninyo, General Torre, lagi kayong naghahanda for any eventuality. Crisis management nga naman.
For the specific, yung March 11, ma'am, wala talagang pre-planned na sinasabing itong specific. Kaya on the fly ngayon, ma'am, na ginawa, ma'am. So everything that was done there, based on the contingencies, meron tayong mga, may situation analysis, may...
Pero sinabi rin ninyo, matagal ng plano yan.
Yes, ma'am.
Naabutan ko na yan. Pagdating ko, meron na yan. Anticipation na kami.
Actually, ma'am, yung pinaka-mother of plan yan, ma'am, baka kasi yung pursuit na yan, hindi tugi sa pinagsimulan, baka manhunt. Kaya pursuit, baka manhunt yung manhunt Charlie natin, na mayroong ganyan ang PNP.
Hindi
The accounting of wanted persons.
Hindi po, General Torre, kasi may PNP memos for deployment. Pinirmahan ni Chief PNP Marbil, March 10 pa lang. Wala pang arrest warrant, magde-deploy na tayo ng kapulisan sa NCR at pati na rin sa Davao. Diba? May memo tayo, pinakita natin nung first hearing. Yes, Chief Marbil, please.
Ma'am, that's a regular deployment po yung pinapadala po natin. Yun po yung ano natin.
Bakit kayo nagde-deploy? Wala pang warrant?
That's already part of the contingencies. Kasi hindi naman natin madi-deny na napaka-high profile ni PRRD. Ito na nga, may preparation na may probability na lalabas itong order na to. On my part, lalabas ang order na to.
Pero sabi, nung unang hearing ni Secretary John Vic, na chismis lang naman, magde-deploy ka sa chismis lamang?
There's really no harm in erring on the side of caution, ma'am. Palaging ganyan, prevent after the prediction. We prevent whatever, kaya palaging predict yan ang scanning the operational environment, threat assessments,
So wala
preparation,
talagang
IPB.
plano. Pero sinabi mo, matagal ng plano yan. Alin ba talaga?
The contingencies are there, ma'am. Hindi na sinasabing wala talaga kaming alam at wala kaming pinaghahandaan. May contingencies tayo, ma'am. So it's always there.
So you're
part of the
saying that
PNP.
it was just general contingency planning,
Yes, ma'am.
no specific incident was anticipated. Although, sinabi rin ninyo, anticipation ko na yan.
Pagdating ng mga...
Anticipation ng warrant ng ICC. That's very specific po.
Ma'am,
Hindi siya generic contingency planning.
Opo. Part na ho ng aking trabaho na, ma'am, yan, nakita ko na, sabi ko, nako, paano pag nautusan ako bigla, lumabas ang warrant at i-implement ito. Nasa Hong Kong ang ating subject. So, that's all part of the anticipation already and the
So in
contingency
fact, there
planning.
was a plan.
Ma'am,
So in fact, there was a plan.
There was a-
Kasi nag-anticipate na kayo na
ina-adjust
magkakaroon
lang-
ng warrant.
ina-adjust natin ang contingencies, ma'am. Ina-adjust ko ang contingencies so that pagdating ng specific na order
Kayo
sa
lang ang
akin,
nagplano mag-isa sa buong PNP?
I'm the head of the CIDG, ma'am.
Pero kayo lang ang nagplano
I have
ng
2,000
operation.
people. I have 2,000 people under me.
Sir. I understand, General. And we respect the CIDG for its outstanding track record. Kaya lang, tinatanong ko lang, kasi sinabi ninyo na iba-ibang grupo ang nagkumpune ng task force o kung ano man ang tawag doon, na iba-ibang bahagi ng PNP, hindi lang naman CIDG, kasi ayaw ninyong tawagin na CIDG operation. Sino-sino pa ang kasama sa planning dito sa anticipation ng ICC warrant?
Thank you very much for the praises to the CIDG, ma'am, first and foremost. Ako rin, ma'am, ang naglabas ng mga request na ito po ang mga components na kailangan, ang mga makakailangan ko at
Sino-sino
ma-engage
po?
just in case na ito ay it will come down. So if you have seen, meron doon mga Special Action Force, kasi nga, ni-request ko ang mga yon. I requested them through the Chief PNP. Sir, I need Special Action Force. I also need the NCRPO to stand by on alert na ang kanilang mga civil disturbance management ay mag-ready rin just in case na magkaroon ng mga rally, magkaroon ng mga mass movements, ready rin kami
So kahit papano, hindi totoo na walang plano kasi may anticipation ka na eh. At
definitely,
saka
ma'am.
nananawagan ka na sa
Definitely.
iba't ibang tropa.
Definitely, we are denying that that plan from the context of being sinister and really plotting against the former president. It's not like that. We are just making sure that the PNP will be up to its mandate of protecting the peace and order and the well-being of the citizens, even though this an event as controversial as this goes down.
So Chief Marbil, tama ba inauthorize ninyo na tawagan yung iba't ibang pangkat ng PNP si General Torre? Siya nang namahala ng lahat.
Ma'am, ako po ang in charge po ng Philippine National Police. I just ordered General Torre to prepare. Yun po yung contingency natin. Kasi we heard from the news coming from the former president that there will be an ICC.
Pero iba-iba na yung mga grupo na tinatawagan niya. Hindi na si IGG lang.
That's ma'am, dun sa atin sa ano natin, meron po yung power ng CIDG tas really to help from other units po. Okay naman po sa Philippine National Police po yan.
Okay, eto naman tayo sa mga nangyari doon sa Villamor na, no, sa 250th. Ano na ang nangyari doon? Gusto lang natin malaman at itatanong kung anong nangyari dahil nandito na tayo, no? Umabot na tayo sa Villamor. Was there a time na may binantaan ka o tinakot o pinagsabihan kung sino man doon?
At the end of the day, ma'am, everything that happened in the 250th wing is for the purpose of bringing the former president to the plane peacefully. So, nandun yung continuum on the application of forces. So, nandun yung pakiusap muna na ginawa namin simula pa nang siya ay ma-take into custody up to nang isasakay na siya. So, continuum forces, pakiusap and everything, and kailangan there's always a time to tell them that...
Parang hindi na pakiusap ang nangyari.
Yes, ma'am.
Kasi inaresto na ninyo si Attorney Medialdeo, sabi ninyo, obstruction of justice, tama?
Force continuum, ma'am.
At
Na hindi
sinabi
na nila
ninyo
sa pakiusap.
doon sa last hearing natin, under oath, sinabi naman ninyo na talagang hinandcuff ninyo at binasahan na ninyo ng Miranda,
Because
tama?
on the force continuum, ma'am, pataas ang application of force. Pinakiusap ko, 10 oras na nakikiusap, hindi masunod, and alas 12 na, mag-alas 10 na, lilipad ng aeroplano,
Pero teka,
in-elevate ko ng konti. So, I became
nandidiin ka
forceful
na.
at that time.
Okay. Pero ang tanong, bakit inaresto? May paghadlang ba sa proseso ng batas? May tunay ba na obstruction of justice? May panahon ba na pinigilan ni E.S. Medialdea kung sino man testigo na magsalita? Binago ba niya? Sinira ba niya yung mga dokumento? Tinago ba niya ang makakatakas na suspect? Lahat ng obstruction of justice, may pekeng pangalan ba na binigay? Pinagtatanggal niya na paglitis ng isang krimen, lahat ba yun? Talagang obstruction of justice. Alin bahagi dyan ng obstruction?
Ang specific po ng ginawa ni E.S. Medialdea para siya ay aking arestuhin sa obstruction of justice, he prevented me from taking physical custody of President Duterte so that he can be boarded on the bus that will bring him on the plane. Yun na, ma'am. Kaya part yun, I read him his right. Kaya pataas na pataas, ma'am, ang level ng...
So talaga
How did he prevent you? Kasi ang nakita ko naman, naglagay lang naman siya ng upuan dun para upuan ng dating Pangulo.
He is placing himself between me and the former president, ma'am.
Umarang siya. Kaya ba niyang harangan yon? Daan-daan pulis ang kasama mo?
Ako, ma'am, personal na hinarang niya, which is kailangan ko siyang alisin so that I can actually order my men to take custody of the former president and bring him to The Hague.
Ang dami-dami po ninyo. May kakayahan ba o kapangyarihan si E.S. Medialdea na hadlangan ka at yung libo-libong kapulisan na dalhin si PRRD sa Hague?
Yes, ma'am. Kasi nung nandun siya, hindi namin nagawa. Pero inaresto ko siya, nagawa namin, ma'am.
Tama ba yun? Klaro ba kayo na ang ginawa lang, ang sinabi nyo sa last hearing, ang sabi ninyo, he was blocking my way preventing us, he placed another chair at the side of the president for the former president to sit. Yun lang, naglagay lang ng upuan. Obstruction of justice na ba yan?
Opo, ma'am. Kasi ma'am, kung hindi siya umalis doon, hindi namin talaga maisakay sa bus si former president. Kaya nga...
Dahil lang sa isang upuan?
No, ma'am. Pag umupo siya uli, problema na uli yun, ma'am. Paano namin siya mapalakad? Di, bubuhatin namin siya.
Libo-libo
Which is, I really
naman
don't
kayo.
want to do. Yes, ma'am.
Apakaklaro naman sa PD 1829. Yung obstruction of justice, iilan lang naman ang patakaran, ilan lang yung pamamagitan para obstruction. Wala namang sinasaad doon na, lalagyan mo ng upuan para maupo yung matanda. Meron bang ganun?
Ma'am, basta ang bottom line lang po dito, ma'am, after he was removed from the area, wala pang 5 minutes, ma'am, the former president said, let's go. Kaya siya ay sumakay ng bus.
What particular mode?
Wag mong gawing justification yan na General Torre na porque nahankap mo na si ASB Jaldia, 5 minutes, nadala mo na kaagad si Pangulong Duterte sa aeroplano. Ang tanong dito ngayon, yung paghankap mo ba, anong justification mo? Yun lang naman. Yun naman, bakit?
I stand by it, sir. I read him his rights and tell him what law he's violated and I arrested him and told him exactly what is the basis of my arrest for him. And lawyer siya, sumama naman sa akin, sir, ng maayos, si A.S. Medialdea. Actually, hindi ko na nailagay.
Sino hindi sasama doon? Kadami ninyo doon.
Kaya nga, sir.
Na ninyo.
Ganun lang talaga, sir, siguro. Dahil there's really a need to put an end on everything at that night na so, kailangan matapos na yung situation.
Balik tayo. Ilang beses mo na inulit-ulit. Hulihin si President Duterte at dalhin sa daig. Yun talaga mission mo?
Yes, sir.
Sino nag-order sa'yo?
The Chief of the Philippine National Police, sir.
Si Senator Robin nagtsatsaga rito, sabi niya magsasalita din daw siya. Okay lang.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat po sa ating ginang tagapangulo at kay General Bato, Senator Bato. A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Bismillahi wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Pasensya na po, ako po kasi may press con. Kailangan po akong makaalis kaagad. Gusto ko lamang pong iparating sa lahat na wala na po dito si Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Ito po mga pinag-uusapan natin, ito po ay pagsuporta lang namin kay Senator Amy. Pero alam niyo po sa ating mga magigiting na panauhin dito, napaka-ironic lamang po na alam naman po natin lahat, batid natin lahat, nadadalawang pangulo lang po ang lumaban sa komunista. Una, si Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Ano po ang nangyari? Inalis natin sa bansa. Ang sumunod na lumaban po sa komunista ay si Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Ang tanong ko lamang po sa PNP, hindi ko po kayo hinuhusgahan. Hindi po ba nyo tinanong man lang sa mga nag-uutos po sa inyo kung bakit natin dadalhin sa The Hague ang ating dating Pangulo na alam naman po natin na buhay ang Communist Party sa Netherlands. Alam naman po natin na hinihingi natin dati na i-transport dito si Joma Sison, dalhin dito sa Pilipinas. Pero nagkabaliktad po, ang tinransport natin ay yung dating Pangulo natin na lumaban sa komunista. Ito lamang po, tanong ko, bilang ako po'y dating rebelde. Hindi ko naman po yan pinagkakaila. Hindi ko po maintindihan kung bakit tayo po ay nag-submit dito sa mga tiga-Netherlands. Alam naman po natin, kahit po itanong ninyo, ako po ay palagi dyan sa Utrecht. Kasama po si Joma. Hindi ko po yan dinideny. Pero nakakagulat lamang po na dinala natin doon ang dating Pangulo. Yun po ba, hindi po ba alam ng PNP na karamihan po sa mga dumadating na pera sa komunista, sa mga terorista, ay galing po sa abroad. Yan po yung mga tanong na kailangan ko po sanang itanong sa inyo at marinig ang mga sagot ninyo, pero naubos na po ang oras natin sa paikot-ikot. Ako po ay gusto ko pong iparating sa inyo ang kalungkutang napakalalim. Sapagkat sama-sama po tayong lumaban. Gusto po natin ng law and order sa ating bansa. Pero pagdating po sa kaduluduluhan, alam niyo po, General Torre, congratulations, nakadalawang medalya na po kayo. Pero alam niyo po, sir, nalulungkot po ako dahil yung katapangan po ninyo, sir, medyo nakalulungkot po. Bakit? Napakatanda na po ni former President, sir. Ako naman po, tagahanga ninyo sa pagkamatapang ninyo, sir, pero napakatanda na po ni former President. At alam naman po natin, sir, na lumaban yan sa komunista. Alam niyo yan, sir. Sana naging konting ano lang po tayo ba? Binigyan naman natin ng konting kung paano natin tinitingnan yung mga medalya nyo. Hindi lang nalagyan ng medalya si Presidente, pero kung sa medalya mag-uusapan, tinulungan niya tayo laban sa mga terorista. Yun lamang po, sir. Sana napakasakit isipin. Ito pong bagay na ito, parang pati itong ambassador natin. Ano po ba talaga ang... ito po ba talagang operation para may aalis dito ang ating dating Pangulo? Kanino po ba? Kasi kami pinopuwersa kami lahat ng mga supporter ni Digong na i-contempt po kayo. Pero hindi po namin ginagawa. Sapagkat ang order, walang order sa amin na ipa-contempt kayo. Kung galing lang to kay PRRD o galing kay BP na pa-contempt ka, i-contempt kita, boss. Baka ako pa magsabi na ako hahatak sa'yo. Pero hindi ko ginagawa, boss. Kasi walang order sa amin na gawin sa inyo yan. Ang natatandaan lang po namin na sinabi ni PRRD na malinaw na ginagawa ng pulis ang order sa kanila. Kaya po namin kayo nirirespeto, sir, dahil yun ang sinabi ng boss namin. Yun ang sinabi ng chairman ng PDP na ginagawa lang ng pulis ang trabaho nila. Pero sana naman, sir, isipin din natin kung anong itinanim ni PRRD sa bansang ito. Nilabanan natin ng komunista. Talaga bang yan ba talaga ang kapalaran ng mga presidenteng lumalaban sa komunista? Isang in-exile, isang sinurrender? Ano pa po talaga itong bansa natin? Tayo po ba'y demokratiko talaga? Tayo po ba'y under control ng komunista? Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Magandang hapon. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Senator Robin Hood Padilla. At mabalik tayo dito sa obstruction of justice na hindi namin maintindihan. Pagkat yung paglalagay nga ng upuan, parang hindi naman yun sapat para sa Section 1 ng PD 1829. Ang liwaliwanag, nakalista ron kung paano. So, parang wala namang basehan para arestuhin si E.S. Medialdea. It's just blocking you. Sabi mo, palibasa malaking tao, naglagay ng upuan. Ganun ba yun? Yes, General Torre. Yun na yun. Talagang yun na yung base mo.
Ma'am, he has been doing that for the past 10 hours, preventing us from physically taking custody of the president, of the former president. So,
physically? Kasi nakita naman namin tsaka lang tumayo tapos kumuha ng upuan. So, did you actually arrest E.S. Medialdea in order to threaten or coerce PRRD to get on the plane?
I threatened.
Nananakot po kayo or baka naman kayo ang nananakot, hindi naman si
The word threatened may not be
Medialdea.
appropriate at this time, ma'am. I just arrested E.S. Medialdea based on the facts that I see at that time, which is obstruction of justice.
Sa anong paraan na hinahadlangan ni E.S. Medialdea yung proseso? Kasi hindi ko maintindihan, hindi ko talaga makita.
He is physically restraining us from taking custody with the
I
president.
don't see him touching you. Wala dyan sa video, hindi ka naman hinahawakan.
Nasa gitna siya, ma'am, namin. He is
ang
placing
dami-dami
himself.
naman ninyo, kayang-kaya ninyong paligiran yung tao So palagay ko, paikot-ikot tayo dito sa istorya. Ako hindi naniniwala na may obstruction of justice. As a matter of fact, bakit hindi ninyo dinala si E.S. Medialdea sa kulungan nung gabing yun? Kasi pinusasan mo na, nag-Miranda rights ka na, ba't hindi mo dinala sa preso?
I have the option to file the case which way I deem appropriate at that time, ma'am. At ang nakita ko, dahil siya ay sumama sa former president sa aeroplano, I would just file the case later at the time. Depende na rin sa akin yun, ma'am, bilang arresting officer, whether I would like to
lahat yun
pursue the
pwedeng
case or
gawin ng
not.
arresting officer, sigurado
Yes,
ka?
Yes,
Kasi,
ma'am.
di ba, arrested person, 1 minute si E.S. Medialdea. Pagkatapos, di mo naman dinala sa kulungan. Ang ginawa mo, sinakay mo sa aeroplano, naging pasahero sa Hague. Paano nangyari yun? Tumakas ba siya sa kustodiya mo? Pinatakas mo ba? Rinilis mo ba? Ano nangyari doon? Inaresto mo tapos rinilis. Anong klase yun?
Those are decisions made in the context ng situation during the time, ma'am. So, sumakay siya sa aeroplano,
Teka lang.
pinasakay namin siya.
When did you release him? Kasi di ba nakaposas na nga
Yes,
siya.
ma'am.
Tapos binasahan ninyo at inaresto. Gaano katagal siyang arestado?
Actually, ma'am, nilagyan ko lang siya ng posas nang inaresto ko siya.
Oo.
And then, hindi nga niya mailagay ang kanyang kamay
Tama.
sa likod dahil na medyo malaki siya.
Oo.
So, even before we took less than 10 steps, hindi pa kami nakalabas dun sa pintuan ng room na yun, ma'am, hindi ko na ikinabit ang isa pang posas. And then, when he was in the bus, tinanggal ko na yung posas at pinasakay si Ms. Medialdea. Sabi ko, maraming salamat, sir. Antayin mo na muna ang presidente dito sa bus para sabayan mo siya papunta sa aeroplano.
Ang sinasabi niyo, diskarte mo na yon.
Yes, ma'am.
Diskarte mo. Pero hindi ba maliwanag na kapag arestado yung isang tao, hindi pwedeng palayain kung walang court order na naman? At saka kailangan may legal basis. Kahit may obligasyon ka, arestuhin because a crime is being committed in front of you. Hindi ba Article 223 yan ng ating revised penal code, infidelity in the custody of prisoners?
I am
Bakit
the
mo
arresting
pinalaya-biga?
I am the arresting officer, ma'am, and I have the option to file the case which way I want it. Whether I will present him for inquest or I will go a regular filing on the prosecutor's
But having
office.
arrested him, you cannot just release him. Bawal yun, di ba? Nasa revised penal code po, infidelity in the custody of prisoners. He's already a prisoner. You may also have violated your precious Article 125 for failing to deliver E.S. Medialdea to the proper authorities within 18 hours. A provision that you're very familiar with. Di ba sinabi ninyo, mamalasin naman kayo pag hindi ninyo sinurrender. Ba't hindi mo ginawa?
Again, ma'am, those are judgment calls that I made to ensure
They're not
the accomplishment
judgment
of my
calls.
mission.
They are procedures.
They're the law.
They are
Yes, ma'am.
procedures.
I made that judgment call, the decision to just release him and bring him on the plane based on the prevailing situation as I saw it during the time. I think that's the most prudent. I really thought at that time that's the most prudent thing to do to ensure that the primary mission of bringing the president to The Hague is accomplished.
So to your mind, General Torre, you are empowered by law to release an arrested person without any order of any court. You're given the authority to arrest the person, release him kung gusto mo. Basta ikaw ang magdidiskarte. Ganun lang yon. Wala kang pakialam sa batas, sa revised penal code, sa lahat ng pinagbabawal. Ganun ba yun?
That's not the context that I made those decisions, ma'am.
Sasabi
That's not
lang
in those contexts.
Saan ka naman nakakita, inaresto mo yung tao, tapos isasakay mo, papuntang Hague. Anong klase yun? Nandito pa ba si Attorney Delgra? Sa online?
I'm here.
Andito pa pala si Attorney Delgra. Sige, tatanong ko lang, kasi nakita namin yung video, pakita lang yung video, kung saan kinakaladkad si Attorney Delgra ni General Torre. General Torre, gumamit ka ba ng dahas laban sa sinuman na nandun sa Villamor? Kasi nakita namin nagkakaladkad ka eh.
Kanina pa Hindi naman dapat, ilan ang hinuli ngayong araw na ito, sir? Sa iba-ibang mga krimen. Ilan ang binigyan ng ganitong...
Kasi nandito kayo lahat eh. Nag-iisang tao.
Ilan ang binigyan ng
Nag-iisang tao. Ang dami krimen sa labas. Nandito kayo.
Sir, hindi kami humingi ng floor. Just invoke Article 59. Bakit hindi yan magawa-gawa? That's exactly the point that I'm saying.
Ano siya naman yan? Pero, please na, bawal hawakan. Bawal hawakan! Bawal hawakan. Pwede ko na lang. Bawal
The right to counsel is something that has to be observed and respected.
Kasi
nga,
lawyer.
Huwag na tayo
Lawyer, pag hawakan. Huwag hawakan.
Attorney, please, man.
kayo mga
General Torre, anong masasabi ninyo dito? Hindi ba yung pagtanggal ng upuan at pagkaladkad, paggagamit ng dahas? Si
Ma'am,
Attorney Delgra ba, tinakot ka ba? Nagbanta ba sa'yo o sa fellow officers mo? Physically, he was hindering you na naman from bringing PRRD to the plane. Bakit ninyo ginawa yan?
Ma'am, thank you very much for again showing that video for us, for giving us a chance to clarify the context of that video. Yan nga ma'am, kitang-kita naman natin kung hindi natin ginawa yon. Sasama ba ng kusa si President Duterte na sasakay sa eroplano? Kung hindi natin i-escalate ang ating
Ang
mga...
sinasabi niyo, General Torre, gawain at tamang gawain ng kapulisan ang magbanta, kaladkarin at gumamit ng dahas sa sino mang i-aarestuhin nila?
Ma'am, may time na nga ina-arresto natin, tinututukan pa natin ng baril eh. So that is in the force continuum.
Kaya okay to.
Ibig sabihin ma'am, presence lang natin, kausapin lang natin, that's the first step, okay yan. Hindi nag-comply, lalabas tayo ng non-lethal weapon. Hindi pa rin nag-comply, we escalate on the other tactics that is deemed necessary and allowed by law na gamitin
Allowed
natin.
by law? Sigurado ka ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Talaga?
That is part allowed by law and by regulations, the appropriate measures to ensure that the person is taken into physical custody.
Teka muna, hindi
Reasonable
mo naman
necessity, ma'am.
ina-aresto si Attorney Delgra. Ano ba yung sinasabi mo?
Ma'am,
Hindi naman si Attorney Delgra ina-aresto eh.
inaalis ko siya actually, ma'am.
Bakit si Delgra pinag-iinitan mo at pinagbuhatan ng kamay, kinaladkad kung sa website?
Actually, ma'am, inaalis ko na siya so that other people can actually ask the President to stand up
Pero
and go to the
tinakot mo siya eh.
plane.
Hinila-hila mo eh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Attorney Delgra, gusto ninyo.
Because hindi naman siya aalis kung hindi natin gagawin sa kanya yon.
Tinakot ba ninyo, Attorney Delgra? Naging
Madam President. Madam Chair.
Yes, Attorney Delgra, nandiyan pa kayo?
I've been listening to the answers of General Torre. Mali ata yung context na sinasabi niya. If I may.
Yes, please proceed, Attorney Delgra. Hindi naman kayo
Thank
inaaresto.
you, Madam
Bakit
Chair.
kayo binantaan? Bakit kayo kinaladkad? Hindi namin maintindihan.
Tama po, Madam Chair. Pati po ako, hindi ko rin maintindihan kung bakit ginawa ni General Torre sa akin yun. No? But what we have been saying, si E.S. Mildaldea, pati po ako, nandun sa tabi ng dating Pangulo, ina-advise po namin siya as our counsel to invoke what the legal remedies available to him. Yung pong una, yung sinasabi ko na rin dito sa video, yung Article 59 ng Rome Statute, na kailangan siyang dalhin doon sa competent judicial authority ng custodial state. And the former president understood it very well. And that's the reason why he keeps on telling General Torre na dalhin siya sa korte. Pangalawa, which General Torre has not amplified a bit. Earlier, as mentioned, the doctor was able to get in, and the doctor herself said that there is a medical emergency na kailangan i-admit ang dating Pangulo sa hospital. And we have said that a number of times, me personally, to General Torre, and he has repeatedly denied the request. Yun po ang katotohanan dyan, patungkol doon sa rights ng dating Pangulo that he be brought to the hospital for a medical emergency. At one time, we even have an exchange with General Torre, and I hope he will admit this before the committee. I asked him na may medical emergency and he was asking for a medical abstract. Sabi ko, we don't have a medical abstract because the situation is fluid. We just learned about it now. You want to talk to the doctor? He doesn't want to talk to the doctor who was already there examining the former president. And that's how it happened. As it turned out, we knew all along that he will never be taken out of Villamor except into the plane and onto the Hague. Yun talaga ang plano. And he has in fact admitted it already in the interviews and before the Senate committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, General Torre. May isasagot po ba kayo dyan? Dahil eto nga, nagbanta ba si Attorney Delgra sa inyo o sa mga opisyal ninyo? Was he physically hindering you from bringing PRRD to the plane? Was he committing a crime? Yes, General Torre. Bakit siya kinaladkad? Hindi namin maintindihan.
As Attorney Delgra has himself admitted, sinasabi niya may medical emergency, may mga opinion ng doctors niya, which is contrary to the opinion of our doctors. And I think we can put that to rest already na walang medical emergency because the President himself, before he landed on the plane, made a video, sent to her daughter, posted on the internet, saying that he's okay. So, I think talagang ngayon, nasubstantiate natin.
Hindi ang pasyente nagsasabi noon, ang doktor ko.
Na
personal choice, by the way.
Nasubstantiate natin, ma'am, na wala nga talagang medical emergency. And you have the hindsight of a 2020 vision.
Okay lang yung collateral damage, yung mga katabi ni Presidente Duterte. Okay lang na saktan, arestuhin, na walang kasalanan yung mga katabi at nandyan para lang sumuko si PRRD.
Ma'am, I do believe that everything that I did during the time are all within the ambit of the law. Kung ngayon, kung may mga taong gusto magreklamo at ireklamo ako, I can answer them on the proper forum if they file the appropriate charges in court. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Attorney Delgra, did you think you were going to be the next to be arrested? Ang sinabi ninyo kasi ang sinabi ni General Torre nung nakaraang hearing, nung first hearing, you are going to arrest Attorney Delgra. Tama po?
After I arrested A.S. Mijaldea, ma'am, when I came back to the room, I told him, you're the next. So he stepped out and then left PRRD and PRRD said, let's go.
Tinakot mo na, bakit hindi mo inaresto si Attorney Delgra?
He already stopped preventing me from doing my job. So, umalis na siya.
How
There's
was
no
he
need for me.
preventing you? Hindi namin makita sa video, Attorney Delgra. You stopped preventing him. What exactly were you doing that prevented him?
Perhaps if I may recall, just a few minutes before that, Madam Chair, sinabi ni General Torre na inaresto niya na si E.S. Mijaldea. At ako na yung susunod. Sa totoo lang, pagkatapos niya, and then eventually, 5 minutes thereafter, sumunod na si former president. And which is not true. Kasi pagkatapos nung umalis na si E.S. Mijaldea, nagbanta pa si General Torre na hihilain ko yan. I was still there beside the president. And actually, I did not left the side of the president. I was pulled out by one of the PNP personnel away from the president. And that's shortly thereafter, few seconds thereafter, they were able to secure the body of the former president. Ando na, maraming mga PNP na who surrounded the former president. And that was when I realized that they were able to secure the former president. And I realized then that he would now be brought to The Hague, as what General Torre has been telling us throughout the day that he will do it.
So, obstruction of justice ang sinasabi ninyo tungkol kay Attorney Delgra at kay E.S. Mijaldea, pero hindi na inaresto si Attorney Delgra. Tama po ba? Kasi sumakay na si PRRD sa eroplano.
Yes, ma'am.
Kung tutuusin, hindi na kailangan magbuhat ng kamay, magkaladkad, hilain. Kasi sumama naman pala eh.
after they were after I made it very, very clear that the escalation of yung aking pag-i-insist na sumunod sila sa aking sinasabi na sumakay si Presidente sa aeroplano ay talagang nakita nilang desidido at determinado tayo doon. So, in
Desidido
fairness
kayo
naman,
hanggang sa nananakot kayo, nagbabanta kayo, nanghihila na kayo, physical na yung hawak ninyo.
for whatever it's worth, ma'am, wala namang umabot. And I would like to give credit to Attorney Delgra and to the former President na hindi na umabot sa ganong level sapagkat sila naman ay sumunod na, si former President ay sumunod na at sumakay sa aeroplano after all those things happened.
Pero napakaliwanag sa ating revised penal code, sa obstruction of justice, napakaliwanag rin sa manual ng PNP na dapat walang force, violence, threat, intimidation, or other means to vitiate the free will of the arrested person. So, bawal pa rin yun, di ba, sa manual ninyo? Bawal talaga yung paggagamit ng dahas, pananakot, pambabanta. Bawal yun eh.
Ma'am, the word there is reasonable force. Ang bottom line ng context ng lahat ng yan ay reasonable force. Kaya
Was it reasonable given that Attorney Delgra was just sitting there and saying that Article 59 should apply? Bawal ba magsalita?
tapos na yung panahon na yun, ma'am, ng pag-argumento. Sinabi ko rin sa kanila dyan, ma'am, kung hindi nila sinabi dyan sa...
Yun ang nagbigay ng taning. Ba't nagmamadali?
Sa mga video na...
Palagay ko ang mga karapatan walang taning.
Ang sabi ko nga dyan, ma'am, is, again, I will reiterate it to this forum, hindi ito ang lugar para tayo makipag-argumento sa batas. Ito ay panahon na ini-implement namin ang warrant at dapat sumakay na si PRRD sa aeroplano. Kung may reklamo kayo, asuntuhin nyo na lang kami. And again, I would like to reiterate that standpoint na I do believe personally that everything that I did was within the ambit of the law, and kung may magreklamo man, kung may mga tao mga nasaktan, they are always welcome to file the appropriate charges in the proper forum, and so that we can discuss about it.
Sa anumang pamamaraan, basta maaresto mo. Parang ganun ang sinasabi.
As long as there is reasonable force, we use reasonable force. And yun nga sinasabi namin kung andito si Senator Bato, alam yan, lecture yan ang force continuum. Yun ang basically force continuum is the one that mandates yung
force continuum mo palapad ng palawak. Sabi ko, di ba sabi mo, ang mission mo, arestuhin lang ang dating Pangulo. Bakit pati si E.S. Medialdea, si Attorney Delgra, hindi naman bahagi ng mission mo yun? Di ba escalation na to ng mission? Lumawak na lang ng lumawak. Pati yung iba, dinamay-damay na wala namang kinalaman doon. Inaresto na, kinaladkad na, tinakot na. Tama ba yun?
Nakita nyo naman, ma'am, si Attorney Delgra palang hinawakan ko, bigla lang pumasok na si Kitty. Lalo na siguro pag andyan sila at pinatayo na ang presidente at dalhin na sa plane.
Ako naman, General, sasabihin nyo sa akin, takot ka sa babae.
Escalation of force lang, ma'am, ang tama lang namin. Tama
kahit
lang
sa babae?
Yung appropriate force lang. Yung appropriate force lang. O delikado
hindi naman
ma'am.
si PRRD yan Hindi naman yan ang mission order mo. Mission order mo si PRRD, hindi lahat ng kalakip na kalapit niya.
Anyway, ma'am, as I said, we'll just, kung may mga gustong magreklamo doon na sa tingin nila ay nalabag ang kanilang mga karapatang pantao, we committed mistakes,
may edad na rin si Attorney Delgra, may sakit si E.S. Medialdea, tignan mo naman yung nakaharap sa kanila. Kaya ba nilang pigilan kayong mga pulis na arestuhin si PRRD kung ninais ninyo? Tignan naman ninyo itsura.
Yes.
Di ba, libo-libo yan Ang pinagmalaki pa, 7,000 ang handa.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, they were successful in preventing us from taking custody of the president for 10 hours. Nung in-escalate na lang namin at inalis na namin sila sa scene, saka pa lang namin nagawa ang aming mission.
Pinagbawalan kami mag-contempt at sinabihan kami na wag na lang. Kaya hahayaan ko na lang, kahit labo-labo yung kwento po ninyo, magtiisan po tayo, pero hindi talaga ako natutuwa dahil hindi nagsasabi ng totoo at iba-iba yung sagot. Napakahirap ng ganito. Dumating nga kayo. Hindi naman pala handa magsabi ng katotohanan. Punta na natin na yung hindi napunta nun dati, Prosecutor Fadulion, nabanggit ni Attorney Delgra yung Article 59. At sinabi ng DOJ, paulit-ulit, na the Rome Statute does not apply. Prosecutor Fadulion seems to think otherwise. Your March 12 certification repeated it not once but twice. And I'd like to know, when did you issue that certification, which is dated March 12, but which you now say is a mistake?
It was issued on March 12, 2025, Madam Chair. Sorry? March 12.